Hello, it's the Erin Strayer Show, and I am Erin Strayer. And this show is all about uplifting and leveraging amazing female entrepreneurs that are out there in the world doing things just a little bit differently. We talk about pain points and hot topics and things that get shoved under the rug, and we pull them out and we talk about them and we uplift and leverage those leaders and teachers and mentors and gurus, and we highlight them right here on the Erin Strayer Show. Yay, yay, yay. This is, oh my gosh, I am thrilled to have Susan Jenkins on with us today. She's in the house, and I'm going to talk about you. So, this lady totally is all about connecting you and yourself in the abundance of the earth. This lady is a shamanic priestess, medicine dreamer, I love that, and entrepreneur. And she connects with all of our extra beings, and we're going to talk about that, to bring in and help you create that abundance in your world, in your business, in your life with what she does. She is an amazing, amazing soul. I am thrilled like crazy, like nobody's business, to have you on live with us and to talk about what we're going to talk about today. Hi, Susan. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I love being here. I love talking about spirituality and business and entrepreneurship and all of that. So I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys, if you are here with us, come on, say hi, let us know that you're here. If things are touching home with you as we go along, make sure you give us some love. Hit that love button. Give us a thumbs up. Interact with us as we're going through today, because we're going to be talking about some stuff that you might have a lot of questions on going forward. So I know that there's some people on with us, and thank you for joining us. And Susan, let's just dive in. You have been in this healing modality for over 30 years. Yeah.
Yes.
I want to touch on a couple things right off the bat. You lived off the grid for over 15 years, right?
Yeah.
Like no electricity, no running water, totally living off the land in Maine.
Yeah.
Not an easy place to do that for more than a weekend. Let alone 15 years. What happened in that time that you were one with the earth, basically?
Oh yeah, it was amazing. We did. We lived off the grid. I'm still on the same piece of land. It's been 44 years now, and we literally had a long path up to the road. We weren't even near the road or anything like that. And so we went out with our axes and went down to the stream and chopped a hole in the river and hauled water, had our kerosene lamps, and absolutely got to experience what it's like to live totally connected to nature, and like really connected to nature. Like there was no, we couldn't leave the house without having the fires going. We cut all our own wood. It was, we had no backup heat or anything like that. So we really were here. And what it really did was, and this is still in me, this way that I know that I can take care of myself no matter what happens. Like yesterday, we had to postpone our show because I didn't know if this wild blizzard was going to take down my electricity lines. But anyway, from that experience, hauling water, cleaning up the kerosene lamps, growing all of our own food, we were really doing it. The appreciation that I have first for nature and that connection that we are all one, that we, being that related to the seasons and, just feeling the seasons coming in and out, and that flow, ebb and flow, that's just the natural cycle of lightness and darkness and seasons. And also, having to, how do we get our water? You got to go work for it. I still, 35 years later or whatever, my appreciation, when I turn on the tap and water comes out, and especially hot water comes out, and I can sit there and get this beautiful water that's from a well that we had drilled, and I can turn on a light and I'm watching you and talking to all of you people all over the world. From that experience, my level of appreciation and gratitude is always there. I really never forget. Well, sometimes, I mean, I take things for granted, we do, but there's a level of appreciation that I really gain deep in my bones that will never go away, for how much we actually, how privileged we all are, how much we get to have all of these luxuries that so many people don't even think about or say or be grateful for, right? And so that's primarily, I think, what, aside from being totally connected to the earth. I mean, when a wild storm comes in, you better get ready for it because you don't know what's going to happen. And ready for anything, you know, I mean, real survival. And it's very strengthening and really builds a lot of deep power inside of you or inside of me when I was going through that experience.
Yeah. And like that just doesn't even go without appreciation just for the length of time and that you, I'm going to use the word endured. 15 years is a long time to live like that. And but the connection and the appreciation, I think, is just so overwhelming, and it becomes cellular for you, doesn't it? Like, yeah. And which is one of the reasons I really wanted to bring you on and talk about, that experience and what you do with your clients now, and that connection that you have with the earth, and how that transforms and comes forward into abundance. Because this month is all about money on the Erin Strayer Show. We're all talking about how to connect with money, the energy of money, what that looks like going forward, what abundance means, because abundance is more than just money, right? And that's something that you're super, super passionate about, is connecting your business with yourself. And I know that you and I talked about this prior, but I think one of the biggest things that you said was how aware you were at how disconnected people are. So let's talk about that. As entrepreneurs and business owners, let's talk about the disconnect. Let's just talk about that.
Absolutely.
And what that looks like.
Well, yeah, and for me, being a shamanic priestess, and what that is really about being open to the spirit realms, the guides, the multidimensional aspect of who we are, and a very, very deep, grounded connection with the earth all the time. I mean, we are all the earth. When we're really connected and rooted with the earth, it's really a lot about getting out of our own way and allowing her dreaming to come through us, which then links us to our purpose, which then links us to abundance in a very deep way. And so what I've found, being in this entrepreneurial world and learning how to do all the tech stuff and, funnels, all the different things that different levels of people who are listening understand what I'm talking about, keeps us, it can really, if we're not really conscious of it, can keep us from about here up. It's like a lot of it's happening in our brains. It's the thinking through, it's that logical stuff, it's the systems and all of that. And I think that people, especially women, and we're all very driven. If we're entrepreneurs or business people, we're very motivated. So, it's just like, okay, the next task. And we forget to ground ourselves with the earth. And so what I've discovered with my own clients and with myself is that this busy mind place, though the mind can be an amazing tool, obviously, I mean, thank goodness, gratitude for the brain and our beautiful minds, but they're not our greatest allies. I mean, this is where our sabotaging thoughts can come in. This is where the fearful, what do I do next? I got to figure this whole thing out. And it can become a little bit manic. We can become a little bit manic and a little bit like, whoa, kind of workaholic in our minds. And so in the shamanic work, I always say to people, my clients and myself, to literally take your mind as though it's this beautiful being. Our mind is like this beautiful being that's kind of wild and crazy. Sometimes I even use the metaphor of like a wild puppy dog. It's just like, whoa. And it needs to rest, but it's like going round and round. That's how it is. And we get in those cycles. It's literally, if you're looking out the window, or if you're outside, or just even in a meditation, place your mind on the earth and just let it relax and rest. Like literally put your mind to rest on the earth, come back to your body, take a nice breath, and send your roots down into the earth, and just open a space here, like really open a space here. Because when we're in that whole busy place, from our, thinking about what happened in the past, projecting into the future, sometimes it's about worry and nervousness, we are blocking this whole flow of the divine intelligence, which is like, whoa, flowing in, can be just like access and flow into us, and the dreaming of the earth comes through us in the most natural way. I mean, we're creatures of the earth, and we work so hard and forget that we have all of this guidance and nature all around us, whether we live in a high rise or if we're living on the earth. You can look outside and connect to the sky. You can connect to the bush outside. Place your mind to rest on the earth, and then just open and just invite what is the next step from a place of divinity and divine intelligence, which is pure intelligence straight from spirit, and then connecting with the earth, and things just open up. And it's just such a relief. I mean, in 5 minutes, all of a sudden, this wild, busy, what's next energy just goes, whew. It's like, oh, what was the big deal here? And then synchronistic things happen. All of a sudden, the phone rings, or all of a sudden, this person's name will come into your consciousness, and it's like, oh, that's my connection. Get out of our own ways. And by connecting with nature, our natural selves, the earth, the seasons, the directions, and then, of course, spirit guides, which that's another whole thing, which I'll talk about later, everything becomes easier. And being business owners, we women especially, we're learning how to bring our moon lodge, that intuitive, deep, feminine knowing, out into the world. I mean, this is what many of us are like. We're going out into our sun lodge, and it's not that familiar with all of us. So it's just like, all right. And we get really like action oriented, a little bit even imbalanced that way. And so we're learning as women how to balance bringing that moon lodge, trusting, surrendering, intuiting, and coming out in the world in that act, like really big in the world. Many of us, probably many listeners here too. It's like, really? Okay, then. All right. If I'm being called, like for myself, I didn't even know what a webinar was 4.5 years ago. And now I have, 4,000 people from all over the world on my telesummit. It's like crazy. Anyway.
Right?
Yeah. So balancing the moon lodge, the sun lodge, and learning as women how to bring this deep feminine knowing from the earth out into our businesses. And remember to rest our minds. Rest our minds. Take a breath. Lay our minds down to rest, and then center, and just imagine roots just reaching for the core of the earth, and you'll just calm right down.
And don't you find that so many of your clients and people, women that you interact with, have such a difficulty with that calming, that letting go? It's almost like releasing control, right? Like, okay, if I get out of control of this, I don't know what's happening, so I'm not going to do that.
Exactly.
Do you find that? I mean, I know that in my world, I'm a control. I'm hugely analytical. I'm very structured. I'm very type A, and that's very difficult for others like me.
Exactly.
So how do you, I mean, I know you said, plant your feet, like really relax, take a breath, and, kind of mentally put your brain over on the earth, and like, let it go. And then, take that breath and come back in 5 minutes, and your brain stops doing the whole monkey craziness. But are there other tips to doing that? Or like 5 minutes is a long time.
Well, you know what's interesting is that when we go up into our minds, it's usually from a place of fear. It's like if we think, I mean, a lot of that's the leaping thoughts are not doing a darn thing. The ineffectiveness of that. It's just that if we feel like we're thinking a lot, then we feel like we're actually doing something. We feel in control, but it's an illusion of control. And so really it's just trying it. It's just like, all right. And it takes a lot of courage because we feel like if we just breathe and let go and get out of our minds, literally, the wheels are going to fall off the bus, right?
Right.
And the truth is, it doesn't happen that way. However, until you try it, you won't really get that. And just stopping and allowing it to happen. I do have one meditation that I could share right now.
Yeah.
Give people that experience. It's like take about 3 minutes. Should I do that?
You wanna? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So this is going to be just give you the experience of what it's like to ground with the earth and connect with our creature selves and the directions. So I'm just going to invite you all to just close your eyes for a moment. I want you to visualize yourself sitting on the earth facing south. So the south being where the midday sun usually is, it comes through a day. So you're facing south. Take a nice breath. Feel the earth beneath you. You're in a beautiful place in nature, and I want you to feel a turtle underneath you. A beautiful, powerful animal spirit turtle beneath you. And just feel that medicine and feel yourself sinking in, feeling yourself calming immediately by just connecting with the spirit of the turtle and the earth, your breath. And now breathe in and out of your heart for a moment, connecting with the turtle. Feel the sky above you. You're in this beautiful place. And now I want you to take a nice breath straight into your heart. Take a nice deep inhale into your heart. And when you exhale, I want you to exhale out and as though you're casting your breath way out to the south, out to the horizon line. So you're casting out, exhale. And then when you inhale, you're going to feel that breath going way down into the earth in the south, under the earth, and then breathing up through your center, all the way up into your belly, your solar plexus, and back to your heart. And now you're going to be exhaling out to the west and let it go out. This arc. And now inhaling from the west, pulling the power of the west and the earth in with your inhale up through your body, way up into your heart again. Exhaling out behind you to the north. See it go to the horizon line, and then you're going to inhale deeply, pulling the power of the north, the earth, way up back into your center, up through your body to your heart. And now casting your breath out to the left, to the east, like a beautiful petal of a flower. And now inhaling, drawing the power of the earth and the east energy under the earth and up through your body, all the way up to your heart again. And now you're going to exhale out, up into the sky. And then inhale, drawing in this column and beam of white light from the sky, inhaling through your crown chakra, down through your body, through your heart. And then you're going to exhale down into the earth, all the way to her core. And then breathe and inhale in the power of the earth. Right up through your body, back to your heart, and then just centering your heart and feel the energy, the sphere of energy that includes all of the directions, the sky and the earth. And just feel the balance of that. And now just slowly open your eyes and see if you can just hold on to that balanced sensation and feeling.
It's so lovely. Oh, the turtle was so cool.
And if we
Yeah.
can, yeah, and connecting with the turtle, the medicine of the turtle is all about, as soon as we really merge with that medicine, we slow down. Our whole central nervous system just slows down. It's a medicine of patience, right timing, perseverance in a beautiful, patient way. And so we business owners, with our busyness, that medicine is so powerful for us.
You
So
know,
if you feel that turtle, you'll just calm down and dare to let go of your mind for a moment.
and that I think especially for our high achieving success seekers, over givers, right? Like
Yeah.
our foot forward thought leaders, go getters, type A, like, okay, I'm just talking to all of my entire viewers,
Oh yeah.
every one of them.
All of
You
us
know,
control freaks. Yeah.
all of us control type A, super achieving, power driven, focused women that were powerhouses, right? But we need to stop and slow down. So when we do this, what comes forward? Like let's talk about that. We got a little bit of time left here. What comes forward in the abundance part of that? Make that connection for me.
Exactly. So when we're letting our minds go, which is often out of this like busy energy, and we really deepen in with the earth that way, then we're just opening up a channel for our essence, for our spirit, which is this divine being that is this expansive being that happens to be embodying in this body for a short period of time. So we expand, we relax in, let all that go, and we expand our being, connecting with the earth who is dreaming us. And look at the abundance. I mean, there's an endless stream of power and energy coming from the earth. And when we connect in that way, it just opens up all of our being to abundance coming in all ways. And it also connects us up to our deepest soul purpose and our deepest essence and passion, which automatically the universe is responding and bringing us more and more, because we're in a space of this, what we love the most, our passion, our deepest light. We're a shining light, attracting everything that is aligned with who we are in our beings. And so aligning with our beings in that way then automatically connects us to our true purpose, which we might have an idea of what that is. But when we do this, all of a sudden things that we may not have even recognized or realized before, all of a sudden it's like, whoa. And we're brought down this other mysterious, beautiful path of potential and possibility that we might not have ever in our own minds opened up to. So returning to that creature self just opens us to the abundance of our spirit and all that is, connects us to all that is, which is ever abundant. I mean, think about when we're just breathing in, we start recognizing the air coming in, the abundance of the air, the sky, who we are. It's just an automatic opening up of everything. And abundance starts to happen. I mean, starts to just flow.
Yeah, it's like the magnets turned on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And so therefore just following that through and following that forward, that abundance is going to appear if you take the time and connect, right? If you take the time to slow down and connect. Right.
The opposite. It's like if I do more and I do this, I'm gonna like get the next sale and I'm gonna get the next something, when it's actually the opposite. It's like, oh my gosh, okay. And we as women are groomed to stay busy all the time.
Yeah, the hustle.
That's the thing. And you're going to sit rest. Oh, come on. We have lots, which reminds me, I actually created a whole course called The Abundant Healer, which takes people around the entire medicine wheel, each direction, and looking at the obstacles in the way, what we brought in, generational patterns, what we brought in from our lineage, releasing it, working with the elements. So it's an 8-week course that we can talk about later that people would love to do. It really give you an experience of the whole medicine wheel of earth in terms of your business and the rewriting of our stories around abundance
Oh my
and
gosh.
scarcity and lack. And really, it's a beautiful course that I think that this particular grouping of people will love.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If you're inclined to drop the links in here when we're done, I would love that so the people can go and check it out. What do you have going on right now? Because I know you got a couple things in
Oh
the
yeah,
pipeline going on right now. So we have about 4 minutes left here on our time. I know it's gone so fast.
yes.
But let's talk about that for a little bit and what what you have going on and how people can find you. So let's just talk about that
Yes.
for a minute, Susan. Okay.
Well, I got a few things going on. Yeah, life is alive. Oh my gosh. Well, I have my fourth annual Inner Warrior Summit, and my work is all about, peeling back who we are not, settling in with the earth, and really doing our inner work so that we can be fully in our power and potential. And so that I'm in the middle of that. We're only in day 12 of 21. So that's the Inner Warrior
So
Summit.com, and we can
so
do a
people
link.
can still sign up for that?
Yes. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
cool. You'll drop that in here too, Inner
I'll drop
Warrior
that.
Summit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have some amazing speakers. I won't tell you who they are. I mean, they're really amazing. Um, and then the other thing is that, don't you find that with all this online stuff, we're all in our offices all over the place doing our thing. People are longing for one-on-one contact. I know I'm longing for bodies in front of me.
Mm,
I can feel, I can,
mm.
with them, hear their heartbeat, work with them.
Yeah.
So I have been guided to create a live retreat in Costa Rica, which I'm so excited about. It's April 22nd to the 28th. I still have
Wow.
spaces. I've rented this beautiful, beautiful villa that I went to last fall. I fell so in love with the energy vortex there. It's like 5 minutes from the Pacific Ocean in the jungle. So I've rented this villa only for retreatants, and we will be doing the deep connecting with the earth, learning about spirit animals, working with the medicine wheel of earth, and doing a lot of rejuvenation. So this is perfect for business owners who need to be taken care of. All your meals will be cooked. All you have to do is show up. I'm leading, and then we'll be able to be on the beach, having fires, doing releasing ceremonies, learning how
Oh,
learning how to work. So it'll be very experiential in terms of people who need to really just take care of themselves. Give yourself this gift. All you have to do is arrive, and you're cooked for, and all the rest is taken care of in this gorgeous, very exclusive villa with a saltwater swimming pool in the middle, and our rooms are just around it. And only the retreatants, I rented the whole place. It's going to be powerful.
oh my
And
gosh,
I'm
that's
really
lovely.
inviting people to join me. It's going to be so good. And I'm excited because people are longing for that one-on-one real
Yeah.
contact
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
fire, on the earth, in the jungle, learning, really hearing my drum right there. So I'm
Yeah.
doing that. And yeah, if that weren't enough. And then
Right.
I have a group program starting in June, which is called Birthing Yourself into Being. And I take people on a year-long journey, 3 months in each of the directions, take them around the entire medicine wheel of Earth. And it's very transformative. This will be my fourth year taking people in a year-long cycle. And people have been having amazing transformation and literally birthing themselves into this whole other way of being. Those of us who are up leveling. I mean, I know many on this call, we're being called to up level, and it's like, whoa. So this really gives the tools and the guidance. We're not alone. We don't have to figure all this out on our own. There's so much spiritual guidance and animal spirits and guides and nature that we can learn to work with to keep ourselves balanced and in that place of equilibrium that we've been talking about here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So exciting. So exciting. Like our time is gone so quick,
I
Susan.
know. Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I could talk to you all afternoon. Like, I love learning stuff like this. I love having education on, the four directions and what that means and how to ground and what that does when you bring that into your world and the abundance that comes forward when you take a
Yeah.
moment to slow down
Yeah.
and connect and be one with the earth that brought you here.
Mhm.
So I know that that's super important. I know that your entire purpose on this world and on this earth and in this human body is to educate people on what that looks like and how to not be so disconnected.
Exactly.
So that you can be more connected and more abundant and more prosperous and in tune with yourself and your business and your family and your life and your why here on this earth. And yeah, please, please, please drop those links in here when we're done. People,
Yes.
if you've enjoyed this, if you're watching the replay, I know this is on a day that we normally don't go live. So if you're watching this on the replay, let us know that it's the replay. We love to know that. If you got questions, concerns, comments, drop them in here. We'll loop back around and make sure that those get answered and addressed for you. I'm Erin Strayer, accelerated business strategist, growth consultant, and interventionist. This is the Erin Strayer Show, where we uplift and leverage you, amazing female entrepreneurs out there in the world doing amazing things. Susan Jenkins was here live with us today. Thank you, love.
Thank you. It was awesome to be here.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Susan. Hang out for just a second with me. All right, folks. We'll see you right back here soon. Take care.
Bye.